Hey guys, welcome back to DocSep5's Guide to Minecraft. Today, we'll find our way across the overworld and a bit into the nether in the end, to find all the natural occurring structures. Like, subscribe, ring that bell, and comment what else you want to see in the series, so without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so there's several things in Minecraft that are there, but you did not make them. Some are explainable, but most are not. Where did underwater monuments, mine shafts, or even portals that you can't even craft to go to the end come from? The first one we will talk about is villages. Supposedly built by the villagers, villages are made up of houses and a few other structures. The main mob you can find is villagers, which you can trade with to get items that are hopefully better, but some are not always in return. Then, moving on, we have the supposed outcasts of the villagers, the pillagers, which live in the pillager outpost. These tower-like structures make great fortresses and can be guarded by many pillagers. But be careful, if you kill a pillager captain, you will receive bad omen. Moving further on and out into the swamp, we have the swamp hut. These small huts are home to witches, the outcasts of society, and black cats can also be found there. Soon after, should I say far after, we have the woodland mansion, the biggest occurring structure in Minecraft. And one of the farthest out from spawn is home to a few more dangerous mobs, the Vindicators, Evokers, and other horrible creatures. This is the only place besides a raid where pillagers and others from the Woodland Mansion attack a village, where you can get a totem of undying from the Evokers. The only thing that can save you from dying. Lastly today, we have the igloo. Found in the snowy tundra or snowy taiga biomes, these blend in with villages below some carpet where you can find a trapdoor which leads into a basement where you will then find a zombie villager locked up and the contents that you will need to cure it and make it a normal villager again. So, last time we covered the Woodland Mansion, villages, igloos, swamp huts, and pillager outposts. Now, we will dig deeper and adventure farther to find some of what seem to be abandoned structures. Our first one today is the mine shafts. Found deep in the ground, these structures are fairly common. You can always find great treasures in the mine carts, like enchanted golden apples. And you will also find 3 cave spider spawners around the mine shaft most likely, which are also surrounded by cobwebs. Moving deeper into the earth, you may find a stronghold. These places are rare, but hold the portals to get to the end. They also have libraries and other loot in chests around the area. You can get to a stronghold by using an Eye of Ender. On your way there, you could easily run into a dungeon if you're underground, which has a mob spawner in the middle and have some loot in chests around the area. This is the most common place to get music discs. Moving on up and out to the desert, we will find a desert pyramid filled with nothing by just walking in. You can mine out the center of the main area, and below you will find 4 chests full of treasure. But wait! Be careful, because there's a pressure plate in the middle, which will set off TNT and blow you and your loot to smithereens. You can avoid this by going down the sides and breaking the pressure plate. Far out in the jungle, you may find a jungle pyramid. These are also booby traps like the desert pyramid, but use arrows and tripwires instead. There's chests at the end of the main hallway on the lower level, but you can figure out a 3-switch puzzle to uncover another chest. In the swamps and deserts, you may come across a fossil. These are not helpful unless you need bone meal, or maybe some coal ore, which also can be found in that area. In the middle of the desert or swamp, you may also come across a desert well. Sorry, only in the desert. You may come across a desert well. It has no importance unless you need to fill your water bucket. but you should just keep moving on, because there's nothing special there. We have a lot to cover today. If this isn't going to be a 4-part miniseries, so let's get started. First, we will cover the ruined portal, found both in the overworld and the Nether. These Nether portals are partly destroyed and usually contain a chest with some loot nearby. Moving into the Nether, you could come across a Nether fortress, home to many dangerous Nether mobs and some great loot. These fortresses must be visited in order to go to the end at a later point. Another huge structure one can now find as of the 1.16 update is a Bastion remnant. These ruined buildings are home to the piglins, and now as of 1.16.2, piglin brutes. These can have some of the best loot in all of the Nether, though. I would be careful, though, because these structures are very dangerous, and you may want to know a little about them and their caretakers first. In the soul sand valleys of the Nether, you'll most likely come across a Nether fossil. These are just made up of bones, unlike the overworld ones, which also have coal. Speaking of the end, you could find an end city on your journey across the wastelands. These are home to the best endgame loot available, but are also home to the Shulkers, a mob that, when it hits its target, will make it levitate up. Now, back over to the overworld. Sorry we're jumping around quite a bit. And down deep into the ocean, you'll find 4 more structures. Along a beach, you could dig up a buried treasure. You will definitely find a heart of the sea and a lot more wonderful loot inside, like diamonds or maybe other stuff. You will find your way there with a buried treasure map found in shipwrecks and ocean ruins. You can find treasures and other things in these 2 places. But last but not least, we have the Ocean Monument, held up by 23 pillars and guarded by fish things with laser beams. This structure is home to great treasure of 72 gold ingots or 8 gold blocks. You will also find sponges here. Elder Guardians, along with their lasers, also give you the effect of mining fatigue. Due to my lack of knowledge about Redstone, this script was written by Imploding Ocelot and mostly filmed by him. So thanks to him, and go subscribe to his channel. He will hopefully start uploading more as soon as he gets a better computer that actually can run Minecraft and record at the same time. But anyway, let's get into the video. So, redstone can be found below Y16. It can be used to transfer signals between input and output blocks. Input blocks could be levers, redstone blocks, buttons, or anything of that sort. Output blocks are pistons, redstone lamps, etc. Kind of that kind of stuff. And there's a few more on screen. When an input block powers an output block, it changes the output block's block state. A block state could be if a redstone lamp is on, or if a piston is extended or not, or anything of that sort. Circuits will take redstone signals and transfer them between something else. They are the base of basically pretty much all redstone, and there are gates which test for a signal in both inputs, or gates that output the signal if any inputs are on, and opposite gates that turn a signal off if it's on, or vice versa. Last, comparators and repeaters. Repeaters can be used to slightly delay any circuit. They can also be used to boost redstone strength signal. Comparators are more complicated. They can give variable output. They basically measure how much a given object, cakes, barrels, or cauldron have a carry of a redstone signal. This is how you make the cake is a lie in Minecraft. So, in Minecraft, you can craft tools to get blocks easier, also to defend yourself. In Minecraft, you have wood, stone, iron, gold, and now netherite as of 1.16. In Minecraft, you have 5 tools. the pickaxe, the axe, the shovel, the sword, and the hoe. Each tool can be used to break different blocks faster. Each material is better than the last one in order I listed earlier, with one exception: gold. Gold is the fastest for breaking, but the lowest durability. How many durability means how many blocks you can break or mobs you can hit before it breaks. And gold has 32. To give an example, wooden tools break at 59 blocks you break. You cannot stack tools, so no more than one per inventory slot, unlike wood or cobblestone that you could stack in 64, or ender pearls you could stack in 16. Now, axes are special, as of 1.8, which came out back in September 2014. They have more attack damage than swords. Now, swords are good for hitting multiple targets at once, but axes are better for single targets. Lots of servers run on 1.8 or before it due to this. A huge percent of the Minecraft community did not like the combat update when it came out, and still don't to this day. So, in Minecraft, you craft armor to defend yourself easier in Minecraft, basically. You have leather, gold, chainmail, iron, diamond, and now netherite as of 1.16. You have 4 different pieces of armor: boots, leggings, chestplates, and helmets. Each piece gives you a better protection based on how much of you it's covering. So chestplates give you better protection rather than boots or helmets. And each material is better than the last in the order I listed earlier. And so leather, gold, chainmail, iron, diamond, and netherite. Now, you cannot stack armor, so no more than 1 per inventory slot. And chainmail, unlike all the other armors, cannot be crafted. It can only be found as loot from chests. There's also a turtle helmet, which allows you to breathe underwater longer. Armor is pretty basic, but can get pretty complex. Now, you may be wondering why I said current a few seconds ago. I said it because there are going to be most likely at least one, if not more, new ores added in 1.17, the Caves and Cliffs update. So keep your eye out for about all the new stuff in 1.17 when the first snapshot is released, which is basically the first prototype that is released on Java. Currently, there are coal ore, iron ore, redstone ore, gold ore, lapis ore. Actually, it's lapis lazuli ore, diamond ore, emerald ore, nether quartz ore, and now as of 1.16, nether gold ore and ancient debris. There are a lot to cover, so let's get this going. Coal ore can be found at Y level 127 or further below, and mined with a minimum of a wooden pickaxe, meaning you can use a wooden, a stone, an iron, a diamond, or netherite, and you also can use gold. Or if I forgot anything else, I'm sorry. It can be found in all biomes in veins of 1 to 17 ore blocks, and so basically a vein is how many is in a group together, and is very common to find. Iron ore is common to find and is in any biome also. And you can find it below Y level 64. It can be, or basically sea level in Minecraft. And it can be found in veins of 1 to 14 at a time. It can be mined with a minimum of a stone pickaxe. Next is lapis lazuli ore. It can be mined with a minimum of a stone pickaxe and is rare to find. It can be found in veins of 1 to 8 below Y level 31. In any biome, it can be found. Redstone ore is our next. Found below Y level 16 and found in veins of 1 to 8. It is an uncommon ore to come across and can be found in any biome. You can only mine it with a minimum of an iron pickaxe. Okay, so next is gold. It's uncommon in all biomes, but it is common in Badlands. It can be found below Y level 32 and mined with a minimum of an iron pickaxe. It can be found in veins of 1 to 9. Now, it's a bit different in Badlands, as I said before. It's more common. In Badlands, it generates from Y level 32 to level 80. And it can be it can be found much more common through those blocks. Next, we have the most famous of riches, diamonds. You may have heard of these before in Minecraft. They're only the probably biggest and most famous mineral that you can get. Probably because they are the top of the chain of tools and everything you can get. You can only mine them with a minimum of an iron pickaxe, and they can be found below Y16. Now here's a tip: you should mine on Y level 11 in order if you're strip mining in order to find tons of diamonds. It helps a lot more. They can generate in veins of 1 to 10 and are rare to find. Lastly, for overworld ores, we have emeralds, which can only be found in mountain biomes below Y level 32. It can be found in veins of 1, only 1 block, and is very rare to find. It can only be mined with an iron pickaxe or higher. If you're looking for a way to get a faster way to get emeralds, you should probably trade with villagers. Mining for emeralds is not the most ideal way to do it. In the nether, you have nether quartz, found above Y10 and below Y117, and can be spawned in chunk sizes of 1 to 14. It can be mined with a wooden pickaxe or better. Then we have the nether gold ore, which was added in 1.16, which is found above Y10 and below Y117 also. And it can be found in veins of 1 to 10. Unlike gold ore, which drops only its ore along with iron that also does that, it drops gold nuggets instead of gold ore. Now, you need 9 gold nuggets to get 1 gold ingot. Iron and gold are the only ores you have to smelt in order to get the ingot currently, and they're the only ores and all ores are stackable, meaning you can have 64 of them in one inventory slot. Lastly, we have ancient debris, which was also added in 1.16. So, last time we covered every current ore in Minecraft except ancient debris, which is the one we will start with today. We just kind of ran out of time. So, added in 1.16, ancient debris is very rare and can only be found in the nether. It can be mined with a diamond pickaxe and found in veins of 1 to 3 and found below Y level 8 and 119. Sorry, found between those. When you smelt your ancient debris, it turns into netherite scrap. When 4 of these are mixed with 4 gold ingots, you will get 1 netherite ingot. Using a smithing table, you can combine any diamond gear to upgrade it with 1 netherite ingot to get a new piece of netherite gear. Netherite ingots can also be used to craft a lodestone, a block in which you can make a compass point towards it. Netherite armor has a blast resistance on it, unlike any other armor in the game. Netherite tools have 2031 durability, and now something cool about netherite is that it's the only block and or item to ever float on lava and not burn. It floats. Yeah, it's insane. Anything from ancient debris to netherite can float, but lodestone cannot. So don't try to float your lodestone on lava. Water works, but yeah. Let me know what you want to know about Minecraft so I can cover in a series which will be coming out every week. Subscribe and ring that bell for future content. And remember, you can take your ancient debris, you smelt it, you get your netherite scrap. Then you mix that with gold, you get your netherite ingot, and then you can combine that with any armor or tool, and you upgrade it. That's netherite in a nutshell. So I'll see you guys next time. So, today we are covering 2 different things from the end that will change how you play Minecraft in your world after you get them. And that is shulkers and elytra. Shulkers are a mob that hide in purple boxes that shoot homing bullets that levitate you in the air when you are hit. They do also deal damage. They can only be found in end cities, and until the new snapshot for 1.17, the Caves and Cliffs update, could never be spawned again after killed. In the new snapshot, if a shulker gets hit by another shulker bullet, then a new shulker will spawn. Thus, you can now make shulker farms, and shulkers are no longer a source. You can get them infinitely if you want. But hold up, that's everything after 1.17 most likely. So do not go jump in your 1.16 world and expect that to do that. It is only in the new snapshot. Once you kill a shulker, it could drop a shulker shell, and when one of these two shells are crafted, when 2 of these shells are crafted with a chest, it makes a shulker box. These are transportable chests that hold items placed into them. So in mining wood, for example, you could get 7 stacks, and if you place those 7 stacks into a shulker box, and then break the box, the wood would stay inside. And and in your inventory, that box only takes up 1 slot rather than 7. Shulker boxes have 27 different slots in them, so if you can put up to like 27 stacks of wood in that, or it doesn't have to be the same block, it can be any type of block. You get another inventory, basically. And inventory slots are basically those little boxes in your inventory or in a storage block, like a chest. Next is the elytra, or elytra, matter how you pronounce it. This is great loot found on the end ships in the end cities. These are wings that allow you to glide through the overworld, or the end, or even the nether if you want. And they can be boosted by firework rockets to make you go further distance and glide further. So, today I'm going to start by apologizing for not making this video a little sooner. I mean, crafting and mining are the biggest elements of Minecraft, and it's some of the most basic forever covered. But yeah. So, as I just said, crafting is one of the biggest elements of survival. You can craft by making a crafting table with 4 wooden planks, which can be gotten from wood, and you craft it in your mini crafting menu of 2x2 in your inventory menu. It doesn't matter what kind of log you use. Crafting table is the basis for everything beyond the basic things in Minecraft. When you open the crafting table, you can see a 3x3 table where you put your items, craft them, and then you can click on the recipe book, which will then show you a crafting recipe for everything you have unlocked in Java, and in Bedrock, you will see a menu that will show you everything you can craft and how much of it, and everything else is highlighted in red for what you cannot, and it does show everything by default. And crafting tables are the only way to make anything beyond your basic materials. Wood, cobblestone, sand, netherrack, endstone, and a lot more stuff. Just your nature blocks, as you will find them in town. David. You can craft, stuff you can craft are swords, tools, armor, enchanting tables, other types of tables, I don't know, furnaces, that kind of stuff, and the list goes on and on. I mean, did you think I was going to list every craftable block in Minecraft? Well, that's dumb. I'd be going on for about another 10 to 20 minutes. I mean, crafting is the game's survival, and the crafting table will be your best friend, and it will be one of the most important assets throughout your entire journey. You can't play Minecraft without it. That's just huge. That'd be a good challenge there. Let me know if you do that. Comments section below. But let me know what you want to know about Minecraft, so I can cover this series. Will be coming out every week. Next week I'll have a Contemplation of all episodes 11 through 20. So make sure to check that out if you're just looking for a nice, easy place to see all of these. This is your first one and maybe your second. Just looking to do. Wait a week and it'll be there. I'll see you guys next time in the video.